Hiya, it's me again, Alex Francis, and hello again. It's the big day of the Q&A, so I hope you enjoy this, and I hope you like my answers. Hope you don't get too offended, because I don't care what anyone thinks. As I used to say to a lot of people back in like the early 90s, my opinion is the only one. A lot of people might think that's selfish, but I don't flipping care. So, I've got a few questions here from 3 people. And I have got 8 questions. I've got 8 questions. And we are going to start with the first one. This question is from someone called William Neil Galloway. Okay. And he asks, what's the best YouTubers you like? Honestly, I don't really have any favourite YouTubers. I don't really follow a lot of people on it. And I just watch what I think that's interesting. You know what I mean? I type it into the search bar on YouTube, and I watch what I want. You know what I mean? So, as I said, you know, I watch a lot of Doctor Who stuff. I sometimes still watch a few little video game related videos. Usually the old stuff, because with me, I was born during the Atari era. And so that's the console I mostly play. I don't really play video games that much because I think they're for children stuff, as I said before. But I still like playing Atari. You know what I mean? I love the Space Invaders and the asteroids. That's where the video, games are. That's what I like. But yeah, I don't really have any favourite YouTubers. I just watch what I find interesting, that's all. Hope you found that one interesting. 3 questions I got from someone called Loose Cannon. Okay. I don't know where people think of these names from. I really, really don't. Loose Cannon. Beats me, I don't know. So anyway, he asks me 3 questions. And the first one is, why don't you like Dominic? Why don't I like him? It's a long story. Well, mostly a short story, but that's what people say. I find him a bit unusual. I find him a bit weird, you know what I mean? I think a lot of you probably think the same way. You know, I think he's a bit unusual. He really, really is. And he gets me mad. I don't like his opinions on stuff. That's why with that female doctor video, I'm not going to start again. I'm not going to start. But because of that, I didn't like him. Some of his videos are good, but I think he's absolutely rubbish. You know what I mean? I think sometimes he does a lot of great stuff. But a lot of times he doesn't. You know what I mean? Some stuff that he does I like. Some of it I don't. You know what I mean? I think maybe because he's a lot younger than me, because I'm 30 and he's 22. Are you jealous of Dominic's fame? Maybe. I actually did try making a YouTube channel years ago, back in 2009. And it turned out the content that I made, I only made 3 videos on there. It turned out that no one liked them, and they would give me all sorts of bad language. So, because of that, I wasn't happy, and I took down my videos and the channel. So the channel does no longer exists. And for any of you people out there, do not try and find it, because no one re-uploaded them, okay? So, that's the thing about it. He's done so much, I'd say, more than me in my life. He's been at Royal Albert Hall, which I thought he was faking. No, but it turned out he was actually there. He'd been at Birmingham, which is a city in the UK. It's got nothing to do with meat or whatever. And He's been at Royal Albert Hall as well, which I would have loved to have been there, but it's far from London, you know what I mean? Leeds to London's really, really far, so that's why I never did that. What do you do apart from gaming? Nothing. That's all I do. I'm usually at home. I sometimes play Atari, sometimes watch a bit of television. I get triggered by people's comments, and I'm usually on the internet for a few hours. Usually I'm usually typing up for like 5-6 hours to people who have triggered me, that's what I do. That's all I do during the day, being lazy and getting my sister annoyed. It's good. I love that. So thank you, Loose Cannon. Yeah. So another one I got is from a YouTuber called Agent Aiden 007. Before I answer your questions, please don't say you like the James Bond stuff. Because years ago, my dad, he was a huge fan of them. And I remember I got him the box set, so I did, but he ended up dying, so he used to love them. I can't stand the films. I think they're absolutely rubbish. I really, really do. So yeah, used to love him. I used to try and watch him with him when I was younger. I don't like him. I think they're rubbish. Doctor Who I prefer. So what he asks me is, what do you think of Bradford? Bradford is a city, if you wondered. It's a UK city. I've only been a few times. The first time I went was back in 1999. And we went to go try fish and chips. Like I said before, I don't like them. And the reason I tried them was because my family were a big fan of fish and chips, especially my parents. And we went to every city to try fish and chips. And the reason I tried them that year was because the world was going to be ending the following year. Do you remember the whole Y2K thing? They actually hired me to help him with the IT and the computers when I was 13, which was great. It really, really was. And luckily we saved the world, so we did. And that was a nice thing. But that's the first time I was there, over 18 years ago. The second time was when Leeds were playing at Bradford, you know, the football. I never liked football, but as I said before, my family, like I said, mine, Ashley's parent, our parents, mine and Ashley's, were a huge fan of football. Same with our grandparents. Luckily, my uncle was never really into sports. He was more into technology, like myself. So that's the thing about it. And I was forced to stay for the how long a football match lasts. It's like 200 minutes or something. It was boring. And I couldn't even bring my little video game, my little portable. You know what I mean? It annoyed me. I played a bit of Game Boy Color. Yeah, it were good times that. Xbox or PlayStation? I don't like it either one. I prefer Atari, as I said. I was excited for the Xbox One when it was announced over 4 years ago, and the thing that excited me was the DRM, and I thought, yay, I want this to happen. And I've always been a huge fan of DRM. I've loved it. And I was like, yes, I'm supporting you, Xbox. I'm going to buy an Xbox One at launch and with the whole DRM. And what happened? Microsoft took it out. Why? Why did you take it out, Microsoft? I was excited for that DRM. You know what I mean? And you loonies at Microsoft, you took it out. So I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it because they took out the DRM. You know what I mean? So I didn't bother buying that. I've never really played either, so that's really it and stuff. I know a few friends of mine have played on the Wii U, and they say it's terrible. So I'm agreeing with that, you know what I mean? And I think even the new one, the Wii U 2 or whatever you call it, it launched back in March, you know what I mean? It looks like a tablet. The Wii U 2 or something, it's called the Switch, something like that, you know what I mean? That's what they're calling it. So yeah, favourite food. I always loved pasta. I tried a craze years ago, back in 2010. It never picked up. Still hasn't to this day. And favourite video game of all time. Honestly, I don't have a favourite video game. I really, really don't. I see them all as equal, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's the thing really. So yeah, I just want to say thank you, you three, for asking me these questions. I'll say your names again. William Neil Galloway, Loose Cannon, and Agent Aiden 007. So I just want to say thank you very much, you three, for asking me those questions, and hope you enjoyed it. You know what I mean? As Dominic says, hope you enjoyed the video. And that's it. It's good to be in a happy mood for once, so it is. I bet all of you are happy to see me happy for once, you know what I mean? So, thank you for watching. Goodbye. Yay.